Hi, this is RVP Jeff Ducharme, and I'm here today to talk to you about some of the scripts that you're going to get through us. You will get emailed a bunch of these different scripts, and they're all there for you to learn and get a lot from. So what I want to do is spend some time talking to you about a couple of these things, how to um, set appointments with different people, how to prospect, how to do different things like that. So there's a bunch of them on here, everything from warm market setting scripts to appointment setting scripts. So let's focus a little bit on the warm market. So we'll open this one up. It's just a Microsoft Word document. And you're going to notice a lot with these scripts. This is just these are things that we can do to help you set appointments. So for example, if you send me a name of a person, this is a script that I could use to help set an appointment for them, or with them rather, for you, for us to go see them. And then you want to learn this script eventually as well, because eventually you're going to be the trainer and you're going to have people that are going to be giving you names and phone numbers, and you're going to want to be able to call them. So we got that. We've got referral, like calling referrals, calling client referrals. So this is for the client actually making the phone call. This is always pretty good. It's like learning how to face-to-face prospect. So if you meet somebody, you're at a restaurant and the server is someone that really impresses you, or you're at a store and someone really impresses you, or whatever. And this is called face-to-face prospecting. For example, meeting somebody, what to say to them to move it to the next level. Now, I would really only do this with people that you're pretty impressed with. You got to like their personality. We don't really care what they're doing for a living right now, or that kind of thing. We really care about if they're a people person. We can teach them everything else. So in the face-to-face prospecting script, you want to learn this. And it goes pretty easily once you learn it. Hi, I know this may sound kind of strange since we haven't met before. My name is Jeff. I've noticed that you got some really good people skills, and I'm in charge of expansion for our company in this area. I'm in the process of hiring some people for some part-time and full-time management positions. I could go through resumes all day. However, when I see someone like yourself that has some of the skills I'm looking for, I just have to ask you, are you planning on doing what you're doing now for a long-term career forever? Or are you in a position that you could consider something else if the money looked right? WFA stands for wait for answer. If they say yes, then just say, well, great, then give me your name and your cell phone number and I'll call you and we can set up a time for an interview. If they say no, then just say, well, look, if you change your mind, here's my name and cell phone number. I definitely would not give them a business card. I would just write down my name and cell phone number. But I would probably more likely ask them if they knew somebody that was looking to make some extra money right now, if they had a friend or a family member that was looking for extra money, because that's more likely going to be the area that's going to be best served for them. Once you get their name and phone number, and then you go back home or whatever a day or two later and you call them, just, hey Jason, this is Jeff. I met you at Staples the other day. You gave me your number to call you. Do you remember meeting me? Yeah, well, great. Like I said, I'm in charge of expansion for a company in the area, and I'm in the process of hiring some people for both some part-time and full-time management positions. I'm going to be conducting interviews this week. I'd like to schedule a time for you to come in and meet with me. What works best for you, some Wednesday around noontime or Thursday evening around 7 o'clock. What those are really scheduled to is like an opportunity meeting at the office. If you're going to do a one-on-one 15-minute interview, then you could either have them come to the office, or you could meet them somewhere for 15 minutes, or worst case scenario, you could always do something over the internet via either VC or Skype, where you are just getting some face-to-face time with them for 10 or 15 minutes, and you need to learn how to do a 10 to 15 minute interview if you're the one doing the interviews. Other than that, what you're doing is you're giving this name and number to your RVP or your trainer, and they're the ones that are calling and setting up the interview, and then they'll do the thing, you know. So if you're getting an objection, we've gone through this before, but if you get an objection, they say, what is it? What's the company? What do you do? The basic way to reply to that is it's asset management, and then you immediately flow into the question, do you know anything about asset management? And it doesn't matter what they say, yes or no. You say, that's okay, I'll fill you in on the details when we meet on Tuesday. Now my schedule is completely booked solid for this week. I can't afford any cancellations. So can I count on you making that appointment? So you want to just solidify that a little bit. Speaking of solidifying, one of the things that you want to learn how to do pretty quickly is how to firm up commitments. And that goes with setting appointments. It also goes with at a kitchen table appointment, a recruit, anything like that. Here's on how to conduct a 15-minute interview. So you set up a interview with Jason from Staples, and you're meeting him at the office for 15 minutes, or you're meeting people back to back at a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts or something. So we'll go here to how to conduct a 15-minute interview, and I have a video coming out on how to do this, but so what you want to do is just have them fill out an interview questionnaire. If you don't have one, let me know and I'll get you a copy of one. That should just take a couple minutes for them to fill out. It's their name and address and all that info, and their references, a few of those types of information. And then what we're going to do is just talk to them about these steps of qualification. What do they do right now? If they could change something about it, what would they change? Do you have anyone else besides yourself involved in a career decision? For example, if they're married or so forth. Then we want to just go into learning this whole stuff. You want to learn the opening on how to open a 15-minute interview, what to go through, how to talk to them and present some materials to them, and then how to close. And basically what we're doing in this interview is we're going over the 3 C's: the company, the concepts, and the compensation. You want to go through things really briefly. If things go well with the interview, then we move them to the next step, which is either to a meeting at the office or to a kitchen table appointment at their home, especially if they're married. You know, we want to probably go straight to their house to do a kitchen table and just, you know, say, hey, listen, let me show you how this could work for you and your wife or you and your husband. I'd like to come over and sit down with you and maybe bring my regional vice president with me and just kind of lock them in. If things don't go well, you've got a questionnaire that they filled out with some references, so you may be able to call the references and get something to work from that. So again, these are tips on what you can do with the different scripts, but you want to just spend time with these scripts. You can see that this stuff flows pretty easily for me. That's from doing it for years and years and spending a lot of time on this stuff. So you want to understand how to do this stuff, like this script here, how to follow up with someone that no-showed. So if you had someone that was supposed to come to a meeting, or you were supposed to meet for a one-on-one interview or something, and they don't show up, you always want to follow up with those people. So this is just an idea of what to say to them. For someone that doesn't show up for an interview or not meeting, you know, you don't want to get mad. I mean, it's reasonable that you're probably disappointed or even a little bit angry, but you know, you don't know what happened. They may have had a family emergency. They may have got held up late at work. Maybe one of their kids got sick. Maybe they had a flat tire. You have no idea. So what you want to do is just follow up with them this way. Hi, Jason, this is Jeff. I was just calling to follow up with you. I had scheduled to meet with you yesterday. However, I'm sure it was either a miscommunication on my part or something important must have come up for you. And they just wait for an answer. They'll usually say something, tell you what went on. Either they forgot or something happened. Hey, that's no problem. I completely understand. It worked out better for me anyway, as this week I was completely booked. And then you're focused on getting them scheduled with something else. So just this upcoming week, I've got a couple openings left. I'm looking to book for that, and just see if you can get them. Just remember, Eric Bonfiglio talks a lot about his brother-in-law invited him to an opportunity meeting 8 times before he finally went. So sometimes you just got to keep following up with people, and you never know what'll come out of that. I mean, this whole phone call will probably take you 1 minute or 2 minutes of your time, and what's the big deal? I mean, if they say they're not interested or they change their mind or whatever, it's no big deal. I mean, the goal with Primerica is just doing a lot of activity and following up, and making sure that you have a system of follow-up and you're following up with people, because you never know what's going to come out of that. So again, I'm going to be emailing you all these scripts. I want you to spend a lot of time on them. Some of them are cold market scripts, some of them are warm market scripts, and there's a bunch of great information about how to conduct yourself at a kitchen table appointment. There's all kinds of great information in here, so just really spend a lot of time in here as well. If you got someone's business card and you want to learn how to call them, there's a script in here for that. If you know someone that's an accountant or a tax preparer, and you wanted to talk to them about the business, there's a script in here for that. Dialing for dollars is really when things get really low and you just got a lot of time on your hands and don't have much to do. You can just start randomly talking to people about our business opportunity. So there's just a lot of different things going on here, and you want to spend some time with that, okay? Thanks for your time, and we'll talk to you soon.